please welcome again the amazing Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you very much. This is our amazing success panel for Fall into Balance 2017. These ladies are stepping into amazing things, impacting lives in powerful ways, and this is an opportunity for us to showcase them a little bit. So you are all in on the scoop here. This is what the challenge or the opportunity that they've been given to stretch, like our cucumbers. They're given 5 minutes to share some way I've impacted their life. I've left that open, so I'm hoping it's in a positive way, but they do have choice in that. But that's my hope and intention with that. And then I want them to share what they're doing, what they're stepping into, what they're launching, so that they're really shining and you get to see and be a part of what they're doing. So my wonderful 2017 Fall into Balance Success Panel, are we ready? Yes! Okay, see, they're ready. Woo! Let's warm them up too. Let's go. Woo! We're ready. Okay. I love it. So who am I going to start with? I'm feeling Mary. I think we're going to start with Mary. So Mary, Writer Unleashed, is so powerful, and so I would say you're an advocate, even within ourselves, to tell our story. She is passionate about all of us can be writers, all of us can tap into that story, and she'll remind you when you forget. And she has, and equip and empower you to really step into and tell your story in such a beautiful and powerful way. So please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Mary Knippel to the stage. Woo!
Oh, thank you, Rebecca. That was fabulous. So what we were invited to do was to talk about how Rebecca has impacted our lives. And when I was driving over here, I had the Beatles channel on, and The Long and Winding Road was playing. And I thought about the absolutely wonderful connection we have had over the years, and how we were actually at a retreat where she came up with Your Purpose-Driven Practice and the foundation for this series. So I've been able to ride along on Rebecca's journey, as well as where it's taken me, and we've intertwined, and we have been on the same path, because we are passionate about you showing up in your life to the very, very best that you can be. And to tell the story that you are meant to tell. Because so often, we may have thought that our story doesn't matter. And who's going to listen anyway? And what I am passionate about as a journalist for over 30 years is helping you unleash the story that you're not telling, to be visible and viable and prosperous by connecting with who needs to hear you. Because your story matters. And as we were talking about this morning, we're all unique in our own way, because no one can tell your story from your perspective. What I have for you today is an Unleash consultation to put the pen in your hand to unleash your story worth writing. A 60-minute conversation.
You're beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Yes, a 60-minute conversation that even knocks me off my balance. To unleash what it is you need to share with the world. Whether it's finding the content for your blog, or more tidbits for your About Me section, because that is how people get to know you. And when you talk about your humanity, what you're passionate about, as well as all of your skills, then people are going to lean into you. And interestingly enough, someone else mentioned Facebook Live to me this morning. And that is the third idea I have for you. Because it's scary to do a Facebook Live, but if you prep the story that you want to tell beforehand, you can be live, but you're not reading a script. You have a strategy around it. And I love being able to have a conversation with you to help you see that the story you're not telling is the absolutely best thing that you can be sharing with the world. I am committed to inspiration, compassion, and synchronicity. I am inspired by Rebecca and all of you. I have compassion for the wisdom of my story and the wisdom of all of you. And we are in this room not by chance, but because we are all drawn to the stories that we want to hear and share. Thank you.
Isn't she amazing? Yeah. Thank you, Mary. So beautiful and powerful. So pen in hand, I'm going to give you just a moment to process what she shared, just to see if something's been placed on your heart so you can capture that, because we've got more to share. So just take about 30 seconds. Take a breath. Take that pen in hand. Great. So our next panelist, we got to hear from a little bit earlier today. She shared a beautiful exercise with us that allowed us to pause and go deep and go within, our soul alchemist. And I'm so honored to have her here with us today, especially with her move to Sedona. And this is an opportunity for us to hear from her again and celebrate with her and send all of our energy with her as she goes into this new place and serves so powerfully. You can't escape us. You're taking our energy with you, and then we may do a road trip or something to Sedona. So please help me warmly welcome to the center of the stage the amazing Sumaya O'Grady. Woo!
A lot of what has made my journey as an entrepreneur where it is now is Rebecca. When I first began my journey, I knew that I wanted to help people to love themselves and to then spread that love to the world. But really, it's kind of hard to sell that. So I went to Rebecca and I took every program that Rebecca offered and was constantly in her office having sessions. And I felt that Rebecca always made me feel beautiful. That I never felt like oh, I don't know what I'm doing or anything. She always took my ideas with such deep respect and gave me great sort of thoughts of where I could carry it further. I felt like you really met me where I was, but then it drops a lot of breadcrumbs so that I could go into the next further step of my own evolution. And for that, I'm so appreciative because I needed, wow, feels kind of emotional. During that time, I really needed your loving presence. And I felt the love and regard that I got from Rebecca is what allowed me to keep going, because there were times when it felt like, why don't I just give this up? It would be easier. But I didn't, because I got something very hard to describe, but it helped me to go on and to continue, and I'm glad I did, because here I am today. And when I got an email from Rebecca that said, you're invited to be a speaker, I didn't know that I was going to be a speaker for 2017. I was totally surprised. And I chose this date by divine guidance. I had no idea. I didn't even know yet that I was going to be moving to Sedona. And then when I got that information, I texted Rebecca right away and said, well, don't worry what you hear. I am moving, but I will be there. And the cosmic timing worked out perfectly, because the movers are coming next week. But I got to be here now with all of you. And so my greatest passion in my life is to help you find enough love for yourself to give yourself the dreams that you have, to really give birth to them. And for those of you who have signed up for my free session, know that if you don't hear from me for a few weeks, it's because I'm on the road with a car full of boxes and a moving van that's meeting me. So I will get to you. I feel very blessed to be here, that this was the exact perfect place, and all of you, we were supposed to be here together. And really, that's all I want to say. I love you, and thank you so much. Okay.
We love you too. Can we stand and give her a powerful love whoosh to celebrate and support? So just so you guys know, love whoosh is from the heart, and then we send that and share that with Sumaya. Okay? So ready? Oh, thank you. You're all in. I love that. Okay, ready. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We love you too, and we send you forth to Sedona with great celebration and great support and love. Thank you. Beautiful. And my Katie Macks. We were talking earlier because I shared about my laugh, and Katie and I, since the first conversation, it's like half laughter, half words. Every conversation, we've always shared that. It's true. And I love her passion for helping us all glow and all stand in our beauty and our power and our passion, so in your commitment and drive and energy to make that happen. So I really appreciate that about you. I enjoy it. I know you guys are all going to feel shiny and energized by what she shares with us today. So please welcome the amazing Katie Macks to the center of the stage.
Woo! So I so appreciate you asking me to be on the panel. When we met and she was talking about her laughter, that is what connected us. And when we're on the phone together, we really can't get off because we're laughing. So we're like, okay, bye. And it kind of goes on for a while. So
yeah.
I really want to thank you for opening the door for auditioning for speaking and for all the opportunities that came from that. It is an incredible opportunity to speak about what you offer in 7 minutes. It's not easy. So the first time I went, I thought, oh, I'm gonna be able to prepare, and I met Jackie, and then we started talking, and it was like, oh my God, I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. And so it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, right? I was like, oh, it's over? Oh my God. So I knew I needed to come back and do it one more time. And I did, and it was phenomenal. And the people that Rebecca gathers are really incredible people. And I cannot encourage you enough to do it. It is a huge opportunity for growth in your speaking, in how you show up, and to really clarify your message. So thank you so much, and I thank you for having me on your radio show, and I love you.
Oh,
so thank you.
I love you too.
Yeah, really appreciate that. Yeah. So, ready to hear about what I do? Yes. Okay, cool. So, Get Your Glow On is just an incredible, transformative experience for people. You know, we live in a world where we have learned to protect ourselves, to wrap ourselves up, to bind our energy, and at the same time to look good. So we really hold back on being authentic, and yet we have an image that we project to the world that we have it all together. And so many people feel in this duality, like in the world, it's like, okay, did I protect myself? Did I protect myself? Do I look good? And then you go home and it's like, oh my God, I can't take this, right? It's a really challenging place that people live in. So I am committed to creating a Glowvolution, and I am committed to changing the world one person at a time. And we need to wake up. I really feel like we are in a very challenging time in this country, and I feel like metaphorically we're all waking up, right? We get to wake up in our own lives and get connected to our authenticity, get connected to our energy, so that we can show up and connect with people in a way that we have been desiring. And that takes vulnerability, it takes courage, and it takes skill. So part of what I teach is skill. My background is a relationship coach and leadership. And what I can say about relationship is we were taught how to get along, meaning we were taught to share and be good, and for gender, boys did this, girls did this. And it really wasn't stepping into learning how to be with ourselves and others, right? So what I teach is what was never taught. And it's so powerful. So people unlearn what they learned and learn how to live in the world in their grace and their power and their authenticity. So I've opened a center. I am so excited. It's in Berkeley. It is gorgeous, and it's where I do all of my trainings. And it's a home for people to come to. I also build community, and it's really, really exciting. So I invite all of you to get more information from me in the back. And the other thing that I've decided to do, because I feel like we really need to stretch, is I've worked with women for many years. And I've decided that it's time for men to come in. And it's time for women and men to learn how to be authentic together and really learn how to connect and accept one another, right? So important. So I have my first men's workshop. Woo! Okay, so it's so exciting. So it's in October. I've got 2 glow shops for women, right? One in September and one in November, and then the men in October. And then next year I am combining all of my classes. Thank you so much.
Love you too. Beautiful. So let's take a moment, because we all could step forward in this glow. I want you to say that word again. I'm not sure I can pronounce it. Glowvolution. Glowvolution. I love that.
And glow is growing, loving, opening, and willing, and we are going to shed our light on the darkness so that we break through, and the world is a much better place.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. So let's take a moment to pause. Breathe that in, and just take a few seconds and see if there's a way you're going to dial up your glow a little bit more as we bring that forward. I'm still going to have to work on the word, but I love it. Wonderful. And with that, if I could have my 2017 Fall into Bounds panel stand one more time, thank all of you for shining and glowing so beautifully. Thank you for all that you're doing and unleashing. That's right, I love that. So thank you for all that you're doing and bringing to the world. Are you a speaker looking to reach more people with your message? You have a global vision that you want to touch the world and make a global difference. If so, I have an amazing opportunity for you. It's called the Speaker Talent Search. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. You'll find all the details, but here are the highlights. With one application process, you get clarity on your message. You get to fine-tune how you want to reach the world. Then you'll have everything ready in one place for the opportunities when they come. Second, we select you as a finalist. You get to come in and audition with a 7-minute audition, open up the door to hundreds of speaking opportunities. I hope you lean in. I hope you say yes. We would love to hear your message, help you touch the world powerfully. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your powerful message.